Hello, good day viewers. You're welcome back to Shabes online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to use trapezoidal rule to evaluate Integra. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel and also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes online tutorial. So the question on the board read, use trapezoidal rule with 8 interval to evaluate integral of 0 to 1, 2 over 1 plus x squared dx and correct our answer to 3 decimal places. So let's get started. Solution. So if you are using trapezoidal rule to evaluate the integral, the first thing we are going to do is to get the width of the interval. And the width of the interval is denoted as small letter d, which is equal to range all over interval, where the range is the differences between the upper limit and the lower limit. So the differences imply you first write the upper limit, then minus the lower limit. This is the upper limit and this is the lower limit, all over the interval. And the interval from the question with 8 intervals, so the interval is 8, which is equal to 1 minus 0 is 1, then divided by 8, which is equal to what? 0.125. So this is the width of the interval, 0.125. So after getting the width of the interval, the next thing we are going to get is the ordinate. And the ordinate will occur at the first ordinate is what? 0, which is the lower limit. You write the lower limit, which is 0, comma. Then the next thing we are going to do is to add the width of the interval, which is 0.125 to the lower limit. If you add 0.125 to 0, it's going to give us what? 0.125, comma, and also add 0.125 to this 0.125, then it's going to give us what? It's going to give us 0.25. So the next thing, we are going to add 0.125 into 0.25. You'll be adding, continue adding until we reach the upper limit. So if you add this to this 0.25, it's going to give us what? 0.375, comma. Also add to this is going to give us what? 0.5, and also add 0.5 to 0.125 is going to give us what? 0.625. Then the next one is to add also 0.125 to 0.625 is going to give us what? 0.75. Also add 0.125 to 0.75 is going to give us what? 0.875. Also add it to 0.125 is going to give us 1. So capital 1, which is also can be written as 1.0. So we notice that the upper limit is 1. So we are going to stop at 1. So if you look at this interval, it's starting from what? 0 to 1. So this is the interval. So the next thing we are going to do is to draw a table. So we draw a table. So remember, this integral we are integrating with respect to x. So the first column is going to be column for x. And the second column is going to be the column for function. So we can use y to represent the function, which is equal to what? 2 over 1 plus x squared. 2 over what? 1 plus x squared. This is the function. So now the next thing we are going to do, this x imply the ordinate point. So we are going to write all the points from 0 to 1 under the column for x. So the first one is what? 0, then followed by what? 0.125, followed by 0.25, followed by what? 0.375.5, then followed by what? 0.625, then followed by 0.75, then followed by 0.875, and the last one is 1.0. So the next thing we are going to do is anywhere we see x in this function, we are going to plug in x. So the first one is 0, plug in 0 here. If you are pressing calculator in this place, you have to be very, very careful, okay? So if you put 0 here, 0 square is 0, then 1 plus 0 is still 1, then 2 divided by 1 is going to give us 2. So 2.000 is still the same as 2. We write 40 here because the question say at the end of our answer, we're going to correct it to 3 decimal places. So we're going to stop at 4 decimal places so that we can approximate. So the next one is 0.125. I'm going to plug 0.125 in place of x, then square it, then press equal to, then 1 plus answer you press equal to, then 2 divided by answer is going to give us what? 1.962. 1.9692. So the next one is 0.25. Plug in 0.25 here, square it, press equal to, then 1 plus answer, you press equal to, then 2 divided by answer is going to give us what? 1.8824. 8824. So the next one is 0.75. So if you plug in 0.375 here, you square it, press equal to, 1 plus answer, you press equal to 10. 2 divided by answer is going to give us what? 1.7534. 1.7534. So the next one is 0.5. You plug in here, you square it, 1 plus answer, you press equal to, then 2 divided by answer is going to give us what? 1.6. So you can put 0. So the next one, you plug in 0.625, you square it, then 1 plus answer, then you press equal to, then 2 divided by answer is going to give us what? 1.4382. 1.4382. So the next one is 0.75. Plug in here, you square, press equal to, 1 plus answer, you press equal to, then 2 divided by answer is going to give us what? 1.28. 1.28. So you can add 0. So the next one is 0.875. You plug in here, square it, press equal to, 1 plus answer, you press equal to, then 2 divided by answer is going to give us what? 1.1327. 1.1327. And the last one is 1. Plug in 1 here. 1 square is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 2 divided by 2 is going to give us 1. So you write 0. So here we have successfully filled the table. So the next thing we're going to do is the right trapezoidal rule formula used to evaluate integra. And the formula is given as what? Integral of a to b. This is the interval, the lower limit, the lower limit and the upper limit function, then with respect to the x. Approximately what? Width of interval, then multiply by, you open another bracket, half of what? Half of first ordinate plus last ordinate, then plus, you open another bracket, sum of what? Sum of remaining ordinate. So this is the trapezoidal rule formula used to evaluate integral. So here are the ordinates. Look at the ordinates. So, and the width of the interval is denoted as small letter d, which is 0.125. Now we can substitute to this formula. We're going to have an integral of, from the question, the limit is 0 to 1, and the function is 2 over what? 1 plus x squared, then respect to the s, which is approximately what? Width of the interval, which is 0.125, multiplied by what? Half of first ordinate plus last ordinate. This is the first ordinate and this is the last ordinate. So if you add them together, 2.00 plus 1.00 is going to give us what? 3.000. Then you close the bracket plus the sum of the remaining ordinate. Here are the remaining ordinates. So this is the remaining ordinate. So you are going to sum up this together. So you are going to have what? We are going to have 11.0059. 11.0559. So if you sum the remaining ordinate. So now we can wait for that to simplify. So this integral is approximately 0.125 multiplied by half of 3. It implies 1 multiplied by 3.00 is 3.00 divided by 2. You press equal to, then add it to 11.0559. It's going to give us what? 12.5559. So the final answer, if you multiply 0.125 to 12.5559, we're going to have 1.569. 1.569. This is to 3 decimal places. So this is how to use trapezoidal rule to evaluate the integral. Thanks for watching, and please follow and subscribe for more.